Good afternoon. I'm Bill Manny, and as you can see, we're here in ancient Greece to learn more about the daily lives of people who lived in these times. We're going to be talking to some people who actually lived and worked in ancient Greece. So come with us while we get to meet some of these people. Hi, can I ask you guys a question?
Well, it depends.
What do you do for a living?
We're field workers.
What are you planting here?
Besides the ivy here, olives, grapes, and figs.
Yeah. No corn?
No, not yet.
Where did this come from?
That's a little later in the season.
Okay. And how come you guys aren't wearing togas? I thought this was Greece.
Well, they've kind of gone out of style, but there's also a strike over at the United Toga Workers Union over across town.
That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Halt! Well, who are you? I am the guard. You may not go in.
So does that make you a slave?
Yes, I am a slave.
I understand that guarding the door is one of the important roles that slaves performed in ancient Greece. How do you like your job?
It is okay. They feed me 3 meals every day.
So who gets to go in this door?
Only women. So that they may converse with the wives of the house.
Oh.
You may go in, ladies.
So can I go in?
No! Halt! I may not let you in.
Well, clearly the role of a slave in ancient Greece is very important, protecting that poor housewife conversing with people like me. All right, here we are in a kitchen in ancient Greece, and we're going to talk to these people here. Hi, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do you do here?
We clean and cook for our mom.
Oh, so you must be slaves.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that like to be slave?
Because
Why not?
we never get paid.
You don't get any money for being slaves?
No.
Well, that's not the job you want to have, does it? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What's it like living in ancient Greece? You're kind of old.
Boring.
Oh, here we are, ancient Greece. Old, boring, and horrific.
What are you guys doing? This place is a mess. You need to clean more, keep sweeping. You need to keep cooking. And you need to clean faster, Missy. That's what I thought. You have 5 minutes before I come back. You understand?
So who are you? What are you doing here?
I am the master of this house. These are my servants.
These are your servants. What does it mean to be a master in ancient Greece?
I don't have to do anything. They do all of my work for me because they are my slaves.
Do they have names, these slaves?
No, I don't like them to have their old names. I renamed them. This one is Freezy, this one is Sleepy, and that one's Cleany over there.
You're a really horrible person, aren't you?
Yes, I'm a terrible person. Yes,
So there you
he
have
is.
it. Another example of how horrible and horrific life is in ancient Greece.
Get back to work, you guys.
Okay, here we are. We're learning a little bit more about the food that folks ate in ancient Greece. Now, they didn't have a lot of food. There weren't bananas and apples and the kind of things that we're used to today. What they had was olives and grapes and figs. They had milk and cheese from goats. They had wheat for bread, and sometimes they had fish and seafood. They also sometimes were able to make their own wine. So like we were saying, ancient Greeks had wine, but they didn't have a lot of meat. They usually had meat when they were sacrificing an animal. But in general, they couldn't afford much meat, and the soil wasn't very fertile, so they really couldn't grow that much food either. Here we are in the home of an average Grecian couple, and we're going to talk to them about what life is like in ancient Greece. So, Senator, can you tell us a little bit about your life and how you got to be where you are?
Well, I was selected at random from, they select like 500 people, and I am one who was selected to be senator. And so I make laws and preside over civic functions, public functions, weddings, and things like that.
And how about your wife? What does she do?
Well, she runs the household, and she's in charge of all the slaves. And so I'll let her tell you.
So how much work do you actually have to do?
I don't have to do very much. I have lots of household help to do my work.
What else can you tell us about the life of a woman in ancient Greece?
Well, I look after the home, and I oversee all the work that's done. and make sure that it's all done well. And I do go visit my neighbors occasionally, and I do go to the grocery store, to the market occasionally. But mostly I just preside over my home.
Now I understand that women participated in the Olympics. Can you tell us why?
Well, I think it's that would be very improper for a woman to go to the Olympics.
Because?
Because there's nudity there.
I can understand. I'm the church.
I can go to the chariot races occasionally, yes.
And how do your slaves work out? Do they generally do good work?
Well, usually, and if they don't, I discipline them, and then they work very hard, yes.
So life in general in ancient Greece is pretty good if you're a slave-owning member of the ruling class.
Yes, I believe it is, yes.
Well, there you have it. Live from the home of an ancient Greek couple. Hi, we're here talking with some kids from ancient Greece, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what it was like to be a child back in those days. So, can you tell us a little bit about what it's like to be a kid? Do you have any toys?
Yeah.
What kind of toys do you have?
We have like wooden toys and plastic toys.
Then looks like you have a doll. You must have had dolls in ancient Greece. Do you like playing with your dolls? Do you have any other toys that you play with? That sounds like fun. Well, you look a little old to be a kid. Is that true?
Well, no. In Greece, you're considered a kid until you're 30.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, tell me, why do you have those pets with you? You must have had pets back in ancient Greece, too. What kind of pets did you play with?
Turtles.
Turtles.
And mice. And goats.
Mice.
And birds.
And birds. And did you say goats?
Goats, yeah.
You really had goats in ancient Greece? Oh, get out of here, you old goat! All right, that's it from...
That was one of our pet goats.
That was one of your pet goats. That was the report about kids from ancient Greece. Well, it's been really interesting learning about ancient Greece today. I think we're done, so we're going to hop in our chariot and get out of here. So, thanks for joining us.